Hi, I'm Lily. Today I'm going to read you the story Roalddal Matilda, chapter 13, part 1. The weekly task. Where it is? Oh, here it is. The weekly task. Okay, here it is. Okay. The weekly task. At 2 o'clock, sharp the class assembled, including Miss Honey, who noted that the jug of water and the glass were in the proper place. Then she took up a position standing right at the back. Everyone waited. Suddenly emerged the gigantic figure of the headmistress in her belted smock and green breeches. "Good afternoon, children," she barked. "Good afternoon, Miss Trunchbull," they chirped. The headmistress stood before the class, legs apart, hands on hips, glaring at the small boys and girls who sat nervously at their desks in front of her. "Not a very pretty sight," she said. Her expression was one of utter disgust, as though she were looking at something a dog had done in the middle of the floor. "What a bunch of nazzing little words you are!" Everyone had the sense to stay silent. "It makes me vomit," she went on, "to think that I am going to have to put up with a load of garbage like you in my school for the next 6 years. I can see that I'm going to have to expel as many of you as possible as soon as possible to save myself from going round the bend." She paused and snorted several times. It was a curious noise. You can hear the same sort of thing if you walk through a reading stable when the horses are being fed. "I suppose," she went on, "your mothers and fathers tell you a wonderful. Well, I am here to tell you a puzzle. And you'd better believe me. Stand up, everybody!" They all got quickly to their feet. "Now put your hands out in front of you, and as I walk past, I want you to turn them over so I can see if they are clean on both sides." The Trunchbull began a slow march along the rows of desks, inspecting the hands. All went well until she came to a small boy in the second row. "What's your name?" she barked. "Nigel," the boy said. "Nigel what?" "Nigel Hicks," the boy said. "Nigel Hicks what?" the Trunchbull bellowed. She bellowed so loud she nearly blew the little chap out of the window. "That's it," Nigel said, "unless you want my middle names as well." He was a brave little fellow, and one could see that he was trying not to be scared by the gorgon who towered above him. "I do not want your middle name, you blister," the gorgon bellowed. "What is my name?" "Miss Trunchbull," Nigel said. "Then use it when you address me. Now then, let's try again. What is your name?" "Nigel Hicks, Miss Trunchbull," Nigel said. "That's better," the Trunchbull said. "Your hands are filthy, Nigel. When did you last wash them?" "Well, let me think," Nigel said. "That's rather difficult to remember exactly. It could have been yesterday, or it could have been the day before." Then the Trunchbull's whole body and face seemed to swallow up as though she were being inflated by a bicycle pump. "I knew it," she bellowed. "I knew as soon as I saw you that you were nothing but a piece of filth. What is your father's job? A sewage worker? He's a doctor, Nigel said, and a jolly good one. He says we're so covered with bugs anyway that a bit of extra dirt never hurts anyone. I am glad he's not my doctor, the Trunchbull said. And why, might I ask, is there a bird bean on your front of your shirt? We had them for lunch, Miss Trunchbull. And do you usually put your lunch on top of your shirt, Nigel? Is that what this famous doctor father of yours has taught you to do? Big beans are hard to eat, Miss Trunchbull. They keep falling on my fork. You are disgusting, the Trunchbull bellowed. You're a walking German factory. I don't wish you to see anyone or you to die. Go and stand in the corner on one leg with your face to the wall. But Miss Trunchbull, don't argue with me, boy, or I will make you stand on your head. Now, do as you're told. Nigel went. Now, stay where you are, boy, while I test you on your spelling to see if you've learned anything that all this past week. And don't turn round when you talk to me. Keep your nasty little face to the wall. Now then, spell right. Which one, Nigel asked? The thing you do with the pen or the one that means the opposite of wrong? He happened to be an unusually bright child, and his mother had worked hard with him at home on spelling and reading. So the one with the right, the one with the pen, you fool. Neither spelled it correctly, which surprised the Trunchbull. She thought she had given him a very tricky word, on one that he wouldn't yet have learned, and she was proved that he was succeeded. Then Nigel sat still, balancing on one leg and facing the wall. Miss Honey taught us how to spell a new very long word yesterday. And what word was that? The Trunchbull said softly. The softer her voice became, the greater the answer, but not danger. But Nigel wasn't to know this. Difficulty, Nigel said. Everyone in the class can spell difficulty now. What nonsense, the Trunchbull said. You're not supposed to learn long words like that until you are at least 8 or 9. And don't try to tell me everybody in the class can spell that word. You are lying to me, Nigel. Test someone, Nigel said, taking off for chance. Test anyone you like. The Trunchbull's dangerous glittering eyes roved around the classroom. You, she said, pointing at a tiny and rather deft little girl called Prudence. Spell difficulty. Amazingly, Prudence spelled it correctly, and without a moment's hesitation, the Trunchbull was properly taken aback. Hump, she snorted, and I suppose Miss Honey wasted the whole of one lesson teaching you to spell that one single word. Oh no, she didn't, piped the Nigel. Miss Honey taught us in 3 minutes, so we'll never forget it. She teaches us lots of words in 3 minutes. And what exactly in this magic method, Miss Honey? Asked the headmistress. I'll show you, piped up the brave Nigel again, coming to Miss Honey's rescue. Can I put my another leg down and turn round, please, while I show you? You may do neither, snapped the Trunchbull. Stay as you are and show me just the same. All right, said Nigel, wobbling crazily on his one leg. Miss Honey gives us a little song about each word, and we all sing it together, and we learn to spell it in no time. Would you like to hear the song about difficulty? I should be fascinated, the principal said in a voice dripping with saccharin. Here it is, Nigel said. Mrs. D, Mrs. I, Mrs. F, F, I, Mrs. Smith, Mrs. C, Mrs. U, Mrs. L, T, Y, Mrs. D, Mrs. I, Mrs. F, F, I, Mrs. C, Mrs. U, Mrs. L, T, Y. That spells difficulty. How perfectly ridiculous, snorted the principal. Why are all these women married? And anyway, you're not meant to teach poetry when you are teaching spelling. Cut it out in future, Miss Honey. But it does teach them some of the harder words wonderfully well, Miss Honey murmured. Don't argue with me, Miss Honey, the principal thundered. Just do as you are told. I shall now test the class on multiplication tables. So to see if Miss Honey has taught you anything at all in that direction. Bye! I'm going to read you part 2 tomorrow. Bye!